What if I told you that the music you're hearing right now is completely AI generated? Now, most people cannot believe that AI can generate anything remotely human sounding, but I'm here to challenge that thought and that premise because, in my opinion, Google Lyria 3 Pro, the quality and sonics are impeccable. The only thing they have left to train, in my opinion, is some of the vocals, some of the brass, and once they understand more genres, like, for example, New Jack Swing and the nuanced genres, they're pretty, and their one last thing is if the songs they create add this like singability, the songability, the excitement factor that Suno has, I think Google will be the number one, if not already the number one AI music generator. I'm not paid to say this. The only thing Google allowed me to do is go into their private AI music generator, which I'm not allowed to show the user interface. They just said I could talk about it and play you guys the audio. So the model we're listening to is called Lyria 3 Pro. Now, again, a lot of people are skeptical. They say, game, you sold out to AI. No, I'm here to study AI. I'm here to read it. I look at AI as if it's a person. Okay, they're better than me at violin. So what? They're better than me at singing. Okay, they're better than me at making beats. Your point. Like, how does that change anything? Okay, that's how I look at it. And some people even say that AI steals. There's a lot of miseducation going around. So let's go through these examples, because yesterday I was showing off my plugin called the BusyWorks Beats AI Mastering 5. Okay, and basically I was just showing off my plugin and how it sounds good on all these genres. And then I went through all these songs and I'm like, holy moly, these are Google Lyria 3 Pro. So let me just show you guys what this sounds like. Now here's without the plugin. It's not going to have as much fullness to it, but it does have a sonic richness to it. And again, I'm not paid by Suno, not paid by Google. I hate when people try to use that as a scapegoat. That's not, no, we're not. All right, now you turn the plugin on. We could even push this harder. People think they can distinguish between human made and AI made. Again, it's not about what's better and AI being a threat. All these narratives that are going around because they're trying to drive up stock prices, you guys. If you haven't figured that out yet, you need to read the room. Okay, all the narrative stuff is about manipulating the stock market. We're talking about, okay, AI exists, it's here, it's never going away. Let me give you guys a quick analogy is that even if Suno goes away, even if Google Lyria 3 just decides to stop tomorrow, there's still the underground. Okay, there's people in what's called the open source community. For examples, you have companies like Sonato. You have all these like third-party open source technologies that come out that try to reach the quality of a Suno and of a Lyria 3 Pro. Because what they do is they distill the models for the most part. They export out of those things, they sample it into their own model. That's kind of how they do it. So a lot of those sampled versions are coming out of China, for example. So it's never going to stop. AI is never going to stop. All right, so here's another neo soul type record. And again, the way I use AI is like samples. I'm going in here, I'm saying, make me this, that, and that. So that for YouTube, I could chop it up, I could flip it, do whatever I'm going to do. Because people don't realize on YouTube when you make content, if you have Sony, Warner, or Universal Music, it will flag it instantly. And there's a lot of problems on the back end, and you can't even help people and teach people, even though it's legally. You're allowed to do that in America to break down songs, but on different platforms, they don't let you use other people's stuff to even teach. So it's half impossible to teach using other people's stuff. So for that reason, there's no alternative outside of Epidemic Sound, which they already mixed their sound. So you can't get the raw source. So that's why we're going to tools like Suno and Google to get stuff that we can actually teach. Also, this, again, when you use the vocal, the audio to audio, that's where the fun happens too. So close your eyes and I want you guys to really ask yourself, can you distinguish this as AI music? I'll shut up, but I want you guys to be honest with yourself. So that prompt, I told it not to have lyrics, so it wouldn't just say neon skies and the neon lights. Okay, so Here's another genre. And again, I'm going to turn it off, my plugin, and turn it back on. And I want you guys to ask, can you truly hear a difference between this and human music? Of course, people are going to say yeah, because they're just biased. But I want you guys to be honest in your soul in terms of sonics and the quality.
Touching my skin.
Now here's with the mixing.
Feel you through every single touch. Trusting your pen. Writing my love story ever much. Trusting your pen. Writing my love story ever much. Deep in my skin. A feeling that has never risen up. 1 in a million.
Now that one read the lyrics kind of funny. It was 1 in a million, but it read it funny. So that's kind of a dead giveaway. But outside of that, all right, so here's before. And again, I was doing this test with my own plugin for my own quality assurance. And I'm like, wow, this stuff, like the sonics on this stuff. Here's after. So think about commercials that are gonna have this beat. Think about Love Island future seasons that could potentially have AI stuff in it. You're never gonna know. Never, ever, ever gonna know, in my opinion. So it's not a dismal thing, and I'm not telling people to go out and prompt your way to a new catalog. I'm just saying, why fight it? It's just, what's the point of fighting AI? I'd see no point in fighting it. If anything, use it. But don't fight it. Fighting it is a complete waste of energy. Here's before. And I have the same settings on each one of these tracks. It adds that realism, that dimension. Here's another house track. We're barely tweaking any parameters. Once you have it set, there's no need to. And the whole point to this new version of the plugin, we're on version 5, by the way. The BusyWorks Beats AI Mastering 5. If you click where it says AI Master, it will adjust the loudness for you. So find the loudest part of your song and then hit that button. Let me do it here, just to show you guys. It takes a couple seconds. So I set the loudest for us. So we already had the levels where they needed to be anyway. We could add width to it. We could add bass to it. We can even clean up rougher songs if they're too piercing and bright. Let's go to this one, this funk wave. Now I was shocked when we went into trap and funk wave. I was actually kind of shocked because it sounds like the sound's coming from a VST.
Watch the lights blur, phantom in the night, phantom in the night, phantom.
Now this one we can push a little bit more.
Cold steel rolling.
So here's before. Just want you guys to hear, like when you add things to make it real, it's very hard to tell if something's AI or not.
Watch the lights blur, phantom in the night, phantom in the night, phantom in the night. Cold steel rolling under city light.
Like, yo, if I played that on a YouTube playlist, would you really know? Here's before. Now the Latin ones, you really got, I suggest you guys probably won't know because it's speaking a different language. But when it speaks English, you tend to pick up on stuff if you're an English speaker. Now we're gonna go to Latin.
Caminando por el barrio con el brillo en la mirada. La calle me conoce, no me importa nada. El bajo que retumba, la bocina que se agita. Toda mi gente sabe que es la favorita. No busquen problema, que aquí sobra energía, la energía. Que aquí sobra la energía, la energía. Controlando el bloque noche.
Again, here's before the mixing and the mastering.
Suena el bajo, que la calle está caliente. nosotros.
Like, would you really know? Like, you got to be honest. That's why I'm doing this whole thing for you guys. I want you guys to be honest in your soul. I'm not saying these are the greatest songs ever. I'm saying the quality, the sonics, the textures, like, do these sounds sound real? Now, again, they do have some work to do in terms of vocals, brass, song ability, the excitement of a song in certain genres, but I'm talking about realism though. Here's before. Here's after.
Buscando una señal de paz, perdido en un amanecer. Cada paso es un suspirar, sin saber a dónde volver. La sombra me invita a soñar.
Now let me show you guys, because this video is covering kind of the concept of this. So we're going to open up what's called Ozone 11. This is deemed the industry standard in terms of mastering. When you guys hear what you're about to hear, I can almost guarantee it. When you hear what you're about to hear, you will be shocked at how poor the quality is. On this version, they're on version 12, which I have not tested, so I got to be fair to them. I don't have the new version. I doubt they're going to give me the new version after this video. So what we're going to do is click this AI master tool, and it will listen to the song and master it. Now again, the industry relies on this tool to master their film scores, their beats, their songs, okay? Rarely do people go in and tweak the stuff after they run this AI master. It feels like they're adding like a cup to the high mids, and they're adding like this dimension that doesn't need to be there, in my opinion. Alright, now I'll switch to the
Perdido en un amanecer, cada paso es un suspirar, sin saber a dónde volver. La sombra me invita a soñar.
Which one sounds more natural to you guys?
Con el tiempo que se fue a perder, sigo persiguiendo tu sombra en la luz de bus, cargando este peso, mi propia cruz, buscando el cielo en tu plenitud. En esta ciudad de fría esclavitud, sombras que brillan, sombras que brillan. Tu voz es un eco en el pasillo, tu olor es un resto de un cigarrillo, tu foto se borra en el brillo, tu ausencia me que los tobillos, no quiero migajas de tu memoria. Ni ser un pie de página en tu historia.
So I'll let you guys judge. Now on this song, I think that actually worked pretty well. Normally the mixes are crazy. So let's move to the next track here. Do the same thing. We're gonna have it relearn here. This is supposed to be a currency beat. Now this is not an accurate currency beat, but so here's before. To me, it just makes it sound hollow. Now switch to the same Easy Works Beats AI mastering settings. Check. All right, now let's move to this Quincy Jones style track. Here's before the processing.
Stars across the skyline, fading into view. Every chord a whisper, telling something new. Catch the syncopation, let it lead the way.
Here's before.
Turning midnight shadows into silver day. Oh, we go higher on a silk lined wire. Jazz infused its fire, heart's deep desire. Every voice is rising, every beat is true.
Now the lyrics kind of give it away because we didn't give it lyrics, but outside the lyrics, like the cinematic type stuff, you can't even tell. And this is very intricate music. This isn't basic trap music. So if it could do all these genres, and again, it needs brushing up on certain micro niche genres, but this is the quality, you guys. I don't think people understand the quality in the sonics. Okay, here's before. It's probably too loud. Let's go back. And like I said, guys, I don't think people understand the quality that you can get. Now, again, I'm not acting like this is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm just telling you guys, we got to stop downplaying AI as if it doesn't sound like human music. And I have many more examples, but we're going to end this video here. Just got to keep you guys updated. Again, I'm not like forcing people to use AI. I'm not. But again, I just hate how people are using this anti-AI fear mongering. It's like, what are you fearing? Like I said, I consider AI a person. Okay, you can make better violin melodies than me. Great. You can make better beats than me. Cool. Good for you. You can make better chord progressions. And what's new? Like, okay, and what's the, okay, you're going to go on Spotify streaming like the other millions of people that upload junk every single day. Okay, what's new? You're going to upload AI content to YouTube. What's new? That's been happening even outside of music. So what's new? Like, if I don't even consume this stuff, so what's it have to do with me? So that's my point of view, but I'm not going to put my beliefs on other people. I just think that we need to have an adult conversation about people being super emotional about something they just don't really know. And we got to also be honest to say that the quality is there, and we need to stop acting like it's down here somewhere. Those are usually the ignorant people who have not heard what AI can do. And I'm not acting like AI can make every single thing in the world. Okay. I'm just saying the quality is a lot higher than people think. That's what this video is for. Just wanted to show you guys because I was testing this song last night. So thank you guys for watching this game from busyworksbeats.com. Share with a friend. Peace.